Well, hey, diet disruptors, Carrie here, and happy Thanksgiving. So today is, Monday. Thanksgiving is Thursday. I don't know about you, but can you believe it? It's crazy. So I want to know what you're doing for the holiday. If you are hosting, put in the comments hosting. And if you are not hosting, then tell us where you're going. I know that these past two holiday seasons have been not quite the norm. But I do feel like this year is a little bit more freedom. I'd love to know kind of how you're feeling about it. If you're getting out there, if you're feeling like you have a little bit more movement out in the world with the COVID and all of that, we are going to be hosting this year. And I wanted to be able to share with you some of the things that I'm going to do for Thanksgiving, but also be able to share with you some tips around this week, around how, when you guys are dieting, right? Anybody that's been on a diet and anytime, I don't care if you're fasting, if you're counting your calories, if you're counting points, if you are eating packaged meals, if you are doing keto, all of those things makes the holiday so difficult. But when you have a lifestyle that allows you to eat and progress in any situation at any time, wherever you are, no matter what, it is so freeing. I know that even with the women that I talk to on a regular basis, before they really get to understand our approach and live it, they really stress about the holidays. So if eating over the holidays is a stressor for you, I want you to write the word stress in the comments. Tell me that you're stressed about what to eat and what you need to do. I'll make sure I respond to you in the comments around that stress. But really what I want to be able to share with you is how this lifestyle that we teach, what I like to call the disruptive nutrition approach, is all about satisfaction in a simple way that you can do forever. Imagine going through this holiday season without worrying about how many calories are on that plate, without guilt for what you just put in your body, without the need to feel like you have to work it off the next day. I mean, how many of us would not eat all day on Thanksgiving so we could justify a Thanksgiving meal? Now, as we move from Thanksgiving into the Christmas holiday season, we're going to give you some more tips and things like that, because it doesn't matter if it's Thanksgiving, if it's Christmas, it's a birthday, it's vacation. This lifestyle allows you to have the knowledge and the insight to be able to live your life without that stress. And as a girl who has recovered I will say I'm always recovering, but had an eating disorder when I was in my 20s, and how food had a hold on me, I can tell you with so much confidence and certainty what a freedom it is to go through life year after year after year, because I've been living this lifestyle a long time without that control being taken away from me. Food controlled me. I can tell you that there were times in my life during that awful period where it was like my throat closed up and I couldn't physically open my mouth to put food in, because it was that hard. I had that much lack of control, right? Food fully controlled me and my physical body. And that doesn't have to be that way. I am living proof to tell you that at almost 47 years old, I am in better health and in better shape than I even was when I was in my 20s. And that's not supposed to happen, right? The age train is going. So let's dig into the holiday season for this week and talk about what it is that you're going to be able to do so that you can truly be on track. All right. So, and you know what I'm also going to do too, is I'm going to share with you a little Black Friday special that we're going to do, but it's not going to be on Black Friday. Okay. We're actually going to launch it today and we're going to close it down on Wednesday, because I very much believe, I want to spend time with my family and I want you to as well. And so if we can get our shopping done, if we can not think about, what's on sale and all of that, if I don't have to contribute to that madness, I am all happy to do it. But I do love me a good sale too. So stay tuned. I'm going to tell you about that. And it's going to start today and it's only going to go till Wednesday. Okay. So if you're excited about that, put Black Friday down in the comments. And we will share all of that with you. And we'll share it over the next few days as well. But by Wednesday, it will be gone. And I'm going to tell you right now, it is something that we have never done before. So I'm very excited about that. Put Black Friday in the comments if you're excited about that. Okay, so let's talk about Thanksgiving. So here's the premise of what we teach at Disruptive Nutrition, because it's going to totally still go into your Thanksgiving practices. That's the beauty of this. It doesn't change. It's not like you have to do one thing one day and another thing another day, or some days are high carb and other days are low sub. It's so confusing and we don't need it that way. I want you to be thinking about the fact that your goal, your body's goal, is to have its blood sugar stabilized. And when your blood sugar is stabilized, everything works better. Everything comes through your blood. It's why we want to have better circulation. We want to have better blood flow. It's actually part of why our collagen, we need to keep restoring and rehydrating. All of that has to do with our digestion, our blood flow, our blood sugar stabilization. Blood sugar stabilization is the foundation for all of the other pieces of our body to function the way that we want it to, including losing weight, including getting healthy, including balancing our hormones, including getting better sleep, including getting higher energy. Everybody thinks that we have to deprive ourselves, and that is not the case. We just have to be balancing our blood sugar. So how do we do that? And those of you that know the answer, you can comment on what you know it is, but we want to be eating the right portions of the right types of food in the right frequency. We eat 5 to 6 times a day because we are a refuel as you go machine. And so if you are waking up, you are burning energy, you are burning calories, you are moving. It's like your car driving. I always say that in the beginning of the pandemic, I literally didn't have to get gas for like 6 months because my car didn't go anywhere. We are just like that. When we wake up and we start moving, our blood sugar is going to start to decline unless we are fueling it properly. Our body wants to balance its blood sugar no matter what. So you can either do it with food or you can do it on it, or it's going to do it on its own. It's much less efficient to do it on its own. And when it has to do it on its own, more often than not, it then sends your body into what I call low power mode. On your cell phone, when your phone is almost dead, right? You need to charge it and it pulls up that little sign that says low power mode. Yes, that slows down, turns off a bunch of the apps. It doesn't function quite so optimally. That's what your body is doing when you're constantly on a blood sugar roller coaster. Your body goes into low power mode, which will in turn mess with your hormones, as well as slow down your metabolism, so that when you do eat, your body's like, yay, she's feeding us. We're going to hold on to that because we're not really sure when she's going to do it again. And if you have sugar cravings, put in the word sugar in the comments if you have sugar cravings. Because if you have sugar cravings, that is your body telling you something. That is not your willpower. That is not your lack of ability to have control. People think that they are a slave to sugar and that they think it's their fault. That is your body, saying, like with a megaphone, hey, Carrie, your blood sugar's not balanced. Your blood sugar's super low. We need the sugar. And so the first thing you go for are the dense carbs, potato chips, right? French fries, bread, all of those things. You are not alone. Literally, that is what every body does. So I don't want you to think there's anything wrong with you on that. But when you are balancing your blood sugar throughout the day, your body is satisfied and it doesn't yell at you anymore. It's amazing. I just had a call with Karina recently, who's one of our clients just last week. And she was saying, since she started eating this way, which has been about 3 months, she has 0 sugar cravings. Her cholesterol, the last time she had gone to her doctor, the doctor was about to put her on cholesterol medication. Nope, no more cholesterol. She has a history of diabetes, type 2 diabetes in her family. Her fasting blood sugar is perfectly fine. And the doctor was like, wow, you're good. And that's because she is eating this way. Your body will tell you when it does. So I want you to start doing this. And this is how you're going to do Thanksgiving. Guess what? You're going to eat. And every time you eat, you're going to eat within an hour of waking up. And every single time you eat, I want you to be eating a combination of a protein, a fat, and a carb. You don't have to save your calories, because if you do, I want you to think about this. You don't eat and yet you wake up, you start driving your car, right? Your blood sugar is going to start to get low the more movement you do. Those of you that work out on an empty stomach, I want you to think about blood sugar stabilization. Okay. When your body is able to rev, it's going to take the food it needs and burn what it doesn't, take what it needs and burn what it doesn't. So when you are awake, you are going to start eating within an hour of waking up. And so if you save your calories, your blood sugar is getting really low. When your blood sugar is low, you slow down your metabolism. Okay. And you have to cannibalize basically from your muscles, because your body's going to try to balance its blood sugar on its own. So to do so, it's going to grab the most nutrient dense part of your body, which is your muscles. Okay. So then when you decide you're going to eat all your calories in Thanksgiving dinner, what are you going to do? You're going to feel gross and you're going to spike your blood sugar. Oh my goodness. When you spike your blood sugar, you store fat. That is why carbs have been given such a bad name for so long, because carbs spike your blood sugar. I don't care if it's an apple or if it's bread, it will spike your blood sugar. Okay. And so when you overeat, you will spike your blood sugar. When you eat to that point of like, oh my gosh, remember Joey Tribbiani from Friends, and he had his Thanksgiving pants and they were Phoebe's maternity pants. That is massive blood sugar spike. And when you do that, you know, right? It's not the turkey that's making us tired, you guys. It's the blood sugar spike. It slows down our whole system. This is why we don't have consistent energy. This is why we gain weight, because we are on this blood sugar roller coaster. When you deprive yourself from your food and then you eat like that, your body is like, whoa, I don't know what this chick is doing. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to store that food as fat, because who knows when she's going to feed us again. And so we're going to use that for later in case, she's not consistent with us. And then there goes your whole problem. So the best thing about this is that you don't have to be perfect. You have to be consistent. And so starting today, I want you to be thinking about, okay, so you're awake, protein, fat, and carb every 3 to 4 hours based on hunger. Okay. So if you're not hungry at 3 hours, it's okay. You can wait until you're starting to feel hungry, but eventually you're going to start to feel your body speeding up. Okay. And when we're talking about protein, I want you to realize that nuts are not a protein, they're a fat. And so I have lots of blogs about protein. So just go into our blog and go search protein. You can learn all about protein that way. But when you're on Thanksgiving Day, you're going to start eating all day long. And I think Thanksgiving is one of the easiest holidays because you can get a lot of really clean food in Thanksgiving. And what I want you to realize is that it's also a choice. Like all my clients know, we are about intentionality. And so you get to decide, how is my Thanksgiving meal going to be? Am I going to go all out and not worry about it? Or am I going to do this in a way that keeps my blood sugar stabilized? Because your blood sugar staying stabilized consistently as much as possible is what's going to allow your body to become a fat burning machine. Okay. So if you are just starting this journey, my suggestion is let's just go with it and see how great you feel in just a few days. So protein, fat, and carb every 3 to 4 hours. And you're going to start on Thanksgiving morning by eating. Okay. I do a protein shake because a protein shake is an amazing way to get liquid protein, and it absorbs in your body differently. You're getting a high quality protein when you're getting protein when you have a high quality protein. And if you're using the right protein powder and it has clean ingredients, your body's not going to react from the toxins and the sugar that is in most protein shakes. So I always start with a protein shake. I add a little bit of fruit and I add a little bit of almond butter or a little bit of flaxseed oil, and I get my protein, fat, and carb in that way. And then 3 to 4 hours, I'll have another small meal. I might have some hard-boiled eggs with a couple of yolks and maybe some carrots. And I know that sounds boring, right? But I want you to be thinking about the fact that if you're eating these small meals all day, you're keeping your blood sugar stabilized. So when you get to that Thanksgiving meal, and I want you to think about Thanksgiving meal as all the protein, fats, and carbs, right? So your protein is going to be in your turkey, and your fat is going to be likely all over the place. So you really don't have to worry about that very much. And then your carbs, if you can do really vegetables and sweet potatoes. Like those can be your carbs. And I usually say you just put a little bit of each one on your plate and get your protein in there, and you're going to be good to go. You don't have to have a plate that is this big, because here's what you're going to do. You're going to have your Thanksgiving meal and some decent sized portions. And you kind of want to time it out. So work backwards. So let's say you're going to have your Thanksgiving meal at 4:00. You want to have your meal before that at about 1:00. Right? So if you're like at family's house, you could be snacking a little bit and just getting some protein, fats, and carbs. Bring some shrimp cocktail to the Thanksgiving meal. And that's some really great protein. And then you could be snacking on a veggie platter or anything like that. Right? And so you're getting your protein, fats, and carbs in. And then you're going to have, even if you're having your Thanksgiving meal at 4:00, yeah, you might want to have a full meal at 1, or you might want to graze just a very little bit. So you feel like you're having that socialization and having a little bit of that food up until just before you're going to have your meal. And you're not going to be starving. Your blood sugar is going to be balanced. So you're not going to go hog wild, and you're going to have enough to feel satisfied. And then guess what? 3 hours later, you could eat again. You totally can. So let's say you're going to have your dessert after that. Very often your desserts are going to be a fat and a carb right there. So have a little bit more turkey and have some dessert. Do you see what I'm saying? And then let's say that's 7:00, you're having dessert, right? And then it's, you're going on with your day, and then you're cleaning up and you're going to bed, and you're probably going to bed, 10, 11 o'clock. You're going to have another meal before you go to bed, believe it or not. And what I would do is, if you're not feeling really hungry, it's okay. At the 3-4 hour mark, I still want you to do a meal, but just a half a meal, even smaller than the meal before. Maybe you're going to do a half of a protein bar or a half of a protein shake. I'd love for you to do like a yummy chocolate protein shake and just have some almond milk in it. So you're getting that protein and you're a little bit lower in your fat and your carbs, but there's still some there. So you don't have to add anything to it. And you're really going to tell your body, look, my blood sugar is stabilized. You're going to feel so good coming out of Thanksgiving dinner. I want you to be thinking about a few things too. If you're having wine, I am all about clean crafted wine, because the amount of sugar that is in most wine is going to spike your blood sugar. So if you can get your hands on some clean crafted wine, we'll put a link in here for that. That is going to make a huge difference, because not only you're talking about a third of the calories, you're talking about 16 to 32 grams of added sugar in a bottle of wine. You're talking about 300 to 600 extra empty calories in 2 glasses of wine. So having your clean crafted wine allows you to be able to have the other foods without adding so much sugar and toxins. It's a no-brainer swap. So that's going to be your holiday kind of go-to. You're going to eat small meals and try to balance out your protein, fat, and carb. Your Thanksgiving meal is going to be a protein, fat, and carb naturally. And then you can have dessert that's going to allow you there too. And so if you're like questioning, like, Carrie, how do I do this? What am I going to do? I've got something very exciting for you. We put together a free guide of holiday recipes for you. So I am super excited about this, because these holiday recipes are PFC balanced, you guys. So if you're not sure of what's going to be at the holiday, or if you're like, oh, my family just likes fried chicken for Thanksgiving, and I feel like that's going to be too much, and you really want to be balanced as much as you can and feel really satisfied, I mean, check it out. We call it Apple's hummus. Apollonia was, a lot of you know, I lived in Asia for many years, and Apollonia was the person that lived with us and helped us with all of our cooking and cleaning. And she was one of the most amazing, influential people in my life. She makes the best hummus. You can bring this to a party, and I talk to you about your protein, fats, and carbs and how it's balanced. And so this couldn't be faster and couldn't be better. It's so, so, so yummy. You can even add like roasted red peppers in there, or extra garlic or sun-dried tomatoes, and make a hummus bar. It would be so cool to have different kinds of hummus. How about chocolate zucchini bread? Yep. You can have that. Make it as a dessert. It is so good. Or make it as a part of an appetizer. It's absolutely incredible and completely clean, you guys. I also love the fact that you can have some really great side dishes that don't necessarily include turkey. I can't tell you how many people are like, I don't love turkey. And that's okay. But you can I love this lentil salad with sausage and apple. So that is an amazing recipe. It's a warm salad. You could have it as a side dish, and you're getting extra protein in there. So I love that. We do a soup and chili bar at my holiday, because again, remember, we're eating small meals all day long. So one of the small meals that people do is soup, right? And so I make sure I have PFC balanced soup and chili recipes. So here's a black bean, pumpkin, sweet potato, turkey chili. It's one of our favorite that I'm going to share with you so that you could add a little chili bar and have people eat a few hours before Thanksgiving dinner is served. Or those of you that really don't like turkey, you can have lemon garlic chicken skewers. I think that's super fun. You could also make them as little appetizers. I've made those little skewers on toothpicks before and had them as an appetizer. You're getting your protein in because a lot of times appetizers are just fats and carbs. So if you're not sure where you're going to be and what they're going to have, bring it and people are going to love it and you are fueling your body correctly too. How about clean apple crisp? This is amazing. This is completely clean and it is so yummy. So my sister-in-law is completely gluten-free, dairy-free. She tries to really eliminate all of her sugars. And I make this all the time because this is my husband is a huge apple crisp fan, but it's usually filled with so much sugar and so much garbage. Why not make a no-brainer swap to be able to have that in there? And then the last recipe that I'm going to give to you so you can get your holidays completely on track is strawberry mousse. Now there's dairy in here, which can be inflammatory, but I still love the idea that this is absolutely an incredible option. It is so creamy. It is so yummy. And you can have these served in little tiny cups as dessert. And you're actually getting a little bit of protein in here too, which is awesome. So I hope that you want some of these recipes and all you have to do is go to disruptivenutrition.com/holiday recipes. And that will give you all of those recipes for free. I want to set you up for the holidays to be amazing. Okay. So now I also told you at the beginning. Actually, if you're excited about that, I want you to put holiday recipes. If you want that, put holiday recipes in the chat, in the comments, and I can see if you are excited about those or not. It was so much fun to compile that. Those people that are members or part of our recipe subscription, and when they get the recipe vault, they have hundreds and hundreds, more than 500 PFC balanced recipes, side dishes, and desserts. So we open our recipe subscription up again in the beginning of 2022. It's closed right now. So in the beginning of 2022, take a look at it because if you like these, I am telling you, there are so many more, and you have no reasons to stress about finding the right types of recipes that are going to continue to serve your body and help you reach your goals. So keep an eye out for the recipe subscription. But for right now, I know that so many of you might be like, oh my gosh, I want to do this, but the holidays are here. And I just feel like I should just wait till January. Don't wait till January. I am going to be eating Christmas cookies. I'm going to be drinking wine. I'm going to be having my holiday celebrations. My side of the family has chicken paprikash every single year. It is the most dense carb heavy meal ever. It says chicken in it, but we don't even eat that much chicken. And I'm going to be able to do it. And I have no guilt. And there is no issue with regression. Okay. When you were on diets, you were literally having a quote unquote cheat meal, which makes it sound like you're doing something wrong. And you actually were, because your body was going into such slow mode, the low power mode, that when you did eat something like a big Thanksgiving meal, or when you did eat something like my chicken paprikash, your body would hold on to it and you would probably gain 5 pounds in a day. Because your body doesn't know how to metabolize food. But when you eat this way, when you eat, and all food is protein, fats, and carbs, you guys, all a Christmas cookie is a fat and a carb. And so when you eat this way, it's amazing how quickly your metabolism can be boosted. And so I get it right now. You are like, I can't commit to really doing anything right now. I can maybe commit in January. Great. I've got something for you right now. So we don't have this on our website. We don't actually always offer this, but we have our PFC Every 3 online course. It'll take you 4 to 6 hours to be able to get through it. You will learn everything you need to know about just eating PFC. Okay. Now, this is a DIY online course. DIY meaning do it yourself. Okay. There's an area that you can ask questions, but this is just an online course that you can do at your own pace. But if you decide to do this, you will literally could be eating in this way today. You're going to learn so much information. You guys, I was an educator for 24 years. I have written more than 20 online courses for schools and for districts all around this country. I know how to teach so people learn. And this online course is not the larger coaching programs that we have, but it is a great way to get started. And so here's what we're going to do. Our online course is going to be for 3 days, half price. Yeah, half price. So we're going to take 50% off, right? And so that you get the PFC course, and it's going to be half of the amount of money that it normally would be. And again, we don't even offer it all the time. It's on our website only certain times of the year, and it's always full price. We have never, ever, ever done this before. So you're going to get the PFC course for half price. That is going to include video lessons from me, printables from me, and the exact formula for PFC every 3. And then if you decide in January, you really want to do this right, and you want to do this with us by your side, really truly learning how to eat healthy and correct, how to serve your body, how to deal with your mindsets, how to make sure that what you learn, you can do forever. Because I will be honest with you, I have taught people how to eat for years. And unless I dig into your mindsets and your habits and the things that trip you up throughout the chaos in your life, you're never going to do this forever. And I want this to be something you do forever. So the PFC course is amazing and you will learn, but it's incomplete because I am unable to do those other pieces with you. So if you do the PFC course right now for half off, and then you decide that in January, you are going to jump into our 4 weeks to wellness lifestyle launch, which is an amazing way to truly be able to learn this and implement it with support in a way that is absolutely unlike anything else out there. We will give you your money back for the PFC course. So you're going to get it for half price. And then if you do the 4 weeks to wellness in January, you are going to get all of the money back that you just spent. So you are basically getting the PFC course for free. And you can start going full on in January, where for 4 weeks, you're going to really eat food that serves your body, right? Really clean. We're going to reduce kind of we're going to not have like the sugars and the gluten and the dairy. And I know over the holidays, you don't want to give that stuff up, right? So just get started by learning how to eat PFC every 3 and wrap your head around it. Something is better than nothing. I promise you will see results. And then when you dig in January, you get your money back for the course. We've never offered anything like that. And we're only bringing it to you till Wednesday, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And that is it. Okay. So it'll be until midnight Pacific Standard Time on Wednesday. So if you are excited, I want you to write PFC course so that you can get your hands on that and you can start doing this now and really truly be able to dig in and celebrate the holidays in a way that is guilt-free and full of freedom. There's nothing better than that, I promise you. Happy holidays to everyone. Get the free recipes and get your hands on that PFC course, and you're going to be set up for success. And then I want to work with you personally in January. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.